My childhood is officially ruined.
Keeping it G ain't nothing, man. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young nigga show his ass on public.
Hello guys, Extinction26 here, and this is my review for Transformers Age of Extinction. Transformers Age of Extinction is the new science fiction action sequel directed by Michael Bay and stars Mark Wahlberg, Nicola Peltz, Jack Rayner, Stanley Tucci, and Kelsey Grammer. The film follows as humanity picks up the pieces following the conclusion of Transformers Dark Moon. Autobots and Decepticons have all vanished from the face of the planet. However, a group of powerful, ingenious businessmen and scientists attempt to learn from past Transformer incursions and push the boundaries of technology beyond what they can control. All while an ancient powerful Transformer menace sets Earth in its crosshairs. Now, as you guys might know, that I was a bit anticipating this movie. Didn't look very special. It contains so many random stuff happening on screen. Some very tedious and repetitive action that looks really impossible to tell apart like the last three films. Before I actually do an actual review for the fourth installment, let me just do a quick recap of the last three installments of the franchise itself. The first Transformers movie I thought was the best of the franchise itself, 4.5 out of 5. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen was so dull and so confusing from its own intriguing story, 1 out of 5. Transformers Dark of the Moon I didn't mind, I thought it was pretty decent, but overall the action was so repetitive as well, 3 out of 5. And now that's out of the way, let's review the fourth installment. Transformers Age of Extinction, as you might recall, is the fourth installment of a non-successful franchise directed by a man named Michael Bay. And I'll recall it one more time, this is the latest Transformers movie that has been out since 2011. The word latest pretty much means that is it going to be a new contender to the worst Transformers movies, or is it going to be completely healthy, fresh, and new? No, it's not that, unfortunately. Transformers Age of Extinction is one of the worst action movies that has pretty much what a Michael Bay movie contains and drivens itself to a whole new level. Badly. I was literally just sitting in my freaking seat hoping this movie will be fresh and just a successor to its last three films in the franchise itself. And boy was I wrong. This movie had one of the worst 3D effects I have ever seen in a 3D action blockbuster, if you could even call it a blockbuster, in a long time. My eyes were harmed and puzzled while watching this film. This film had also one of the worst cinematography by a long shot. Literally, there were so many shaky camera in this movie, and I completely empathized that this is a war movie, but war movies are not supposed to be that shaky. Edge of Tomorrow has that as well, but at least it doesn't overuse it. It's still one of the best action movies that has terrific and mind-blowing intense action. This one, oh my god. The action in this movie was so repetitive and none of the action works at all. It's just random explosions and a little bit of slow motion. The next action scene, random explosions and a little bit of slow motion, and the whole entire movie focuses just that. It's boring and puzzled. The action in this movie could sometimes be intense when it comes to the accelerating scene of Optimus Prime riding Grimlock and the others Autobots riding theirs as well, and the one scene where Mark Wahlberg shooting the baddies with the space gun he stole from Lockdown Ship. That's it. Mark Wahlberg plays the role of Kate Yeagers extremely well. He's basically the best part of this movie, honestly. Nicola Peltz was really bad in this movie. All she does is scream and shout and be like a drama queen the entire time, and it ruins her sexiness. Jack Rayner was so bad and dull and poorly developed in the entire progress of the movie. He barely does anything for the most part, and he just annoyed me so much. Stanley Tucci was pretty decent for the most part, but overall he's just this stupid scientist turned annoying freak who does nothing but complain. Kelsey Grammer was really bad in this movie. He is just one of the most boring and interesting villains I've seen in a Michael Bay film. He's horrible. Thank God he didn't get that much screen time. The dialogue in this movie was so unrealistic and stupid overall, and that's normal because what do we expect? It's a Michael Bay film. Of course it will have bad dialogue the entire time. The pacing in this movie is pretty fast, but this movie is nearly 2 hours long. And basically I went home at 5:30 in the afternoon, and currently it is now 7 p.m. and I haven't even washed yet. And that's not a good sign at all. And last but not least, Michael Bay's direction is frankly and surprisingly the same as its predecessors. Nothing changes. Literally. And the writing was so poor. Overall, Transformers Age of Extinction is one of the worst Transformers movies I've seen in a while. But trust me, it's not as bad as Revenge of the Fallen. That means the second one remains as the abysmal one in the franchise. But this film is certainly one of the worst films this year so far. That was my review for Transformers Age of Extinction. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm Keen1026. I guess goodbye now. Subscribe. Peace. Do whatever you want. Whatever.